I'm live.
Absolutely live.
So what?
Best Chrisean, you guys can hear me? We're live. All right, we live. It's the controversial Best in Swoop show. I'm here with my boy Best. The controversial and always lovely Christine and myself is Swoops. And we here to kick it and give you guys some stuff. It's some East Coast flavor over here, you feel me? Best Christine, how y'all doing today?
That was good.
It's good. I'll put my headphones, Mike. How you guys doing? I couldn't hear you. My bad.
No, we bad. We coolin'.
Yeah, I'm chilling. I love it. I like it. I love it. What's new? Christine, Best, what's new?
Shit, regular, living day by day.
Absolutely, living day by day. It's still Leo season, so I'm always in a good mood.
Oh man, I'm not gonna say anything negative about the Leos right now. I love y'all. I'll keep it at that. I love the Leos, so we gonna keep it at that. I know our listeners is something new that y'all haven't seen before, but we are now partnering. We doing something special and new with Room Service Radio Las Vegas. Excuse me if I was stuttering on that, but we're grateful to be here. West Coast, what's up, man? I know LA people, I apologize. I'm from New York. I know what the hat means over there, but I gotta wear what I gotta wear. Represent for my people, you feel me?
Right.
Best Christine, how y'all feel about this whole new endeavor that we're going on right now?
Man, it's always cool when you network and get a new audience, especially on the West Coast. Being a bigger brand, you have to market different. You got to market in different markets, basically. So now that we're hitting the West Coast, it's kind of fire, especially because we all from New York.
Absolutely. And I want to shout out K-Fly one more time. Appreciate you, K-Fly. And shout out to our producer, Mike. Mike is great. This is first of many episodes. It may be a little rough. It may be a little new if you're not familiar with us. But we're going to do a lot of things here that it is not which I may be used to. But bear with us and y'all going to grow to love us. Christine, anything you got to say about this?
I'm excited. I'm excited about the new audience. I've been a student my whole life. I'm excited to learn. And let's get it.
Absolutely. So I know last night first topic is Best versus the promoters. People may not know. So Best is in Rochester, New York. That's my brother, love him to death. Glorilla had performed last night. Best, I just need to know, did you get that 10 bands to be a professional eater?
Come on, bro. You know I got the 10 bands, bro. It's somewhere. It's getting transferred to my. I didn't upload the picture. You didn't see the picture I uploaded?
I think you need to upload the picture. But
transfer the bread to me.
Word? I need to see receipts, man. We got to get receipts on here, man. If you can screenshot them and send them, man, we probably can get Mike to put them on the screen.
Part of the agreement, just talk about it, don't show it. So I can't really show it. That's part of my agreement with her, bro.
Oh, you signed the NDA?
Huh?
You signed the NDA?
Yeah, I signed the NDA. We can only post that picture. Say I can only post that picture. That's all we're gonna give them.
Absolutely, I understand. Christine, that you buy this because I don't buy anything Best is saying right now.
You gotta buy.
Why Best is because when you were asked the question, you were quick to grab that juice, water, whatever you had next to you, and it screams lies. I'm just saying.
Excuse me.
See, y'all just hating, bro. Don't be mad because y'all didn't get 10K. Like, don't hate the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I'm not trying to get shows, man. I'm not trying to be known as a eater in these streets, man. I think I look really good today. So
first of all, we is married. We is married. That's my wife now. So be careful.
I'm so that means light-skinned Keisha can come with me.
Never. I'm African. I'm one wife. Huh?
Don't let mulatto find that out.
That's what I'm saying.
But first of all, I'm African. I'm allowed to have 3 to 4 or 5 wives. That's part of the game.
Hey, right. Man, listen, I was just saying, she might mess with me. I got the Hoochie Daddy shorts on today. Well, I call them the Hoochie Papas. I'm Hoochie Poppy today. And it's lit. I don't know if the camera see me.
No, me and light-skinned Keisha, she's not jacking that. That's not her way.
She's jacking that. She's the one that actually picked up my fit today, but I'm not even going to go there no further. Shout out to Room Service Radio Las Vegas, excuse me. And for the partnership that we got going on with them, shout out to K-Fly, shout out to Mike, and all the support they're about to be giving us in these next couple of weeks. It's going to be real different around here. And I know it looks crazy. I feel crazy being in the studio by myself, but my co-host is going to get this joint rocking. And
you're going to be out there soon.
I'm going to be out here soon. And as y'all know, ladies, for 10K, Best is your professional eater. That's all it takes.
Nah. My prices went up now, bro.
Oh, shoot.
Hey man, 10 bands ain't a bad gig, bro.
That was my starting price. You're gonna see how Gorilla music start to sound good. It's gonna turn it up all the way up. Now I'm offering 50K.
You need 50?
I need 50.
Talk about toxicity, Christine. I know you said you wanted to talk about Blueface and Chrisean, because we're going to stick here with the toxic boy himself, Best. I just want to see what you guys' takes is on that. Actually need y'all to explain what's going on, because all I seen was the fight video.
Yes. So I saw that fight video. A lot of people did. That shit went viral. Now, from the looks of it, it looked like it could have been a paparazzi or a bystander. It was in Hollywood. Now, you know, anything could happen in Hollywood. That's where you see the crazy shit. After. Now, from watching the video, it looked like Chrisean. Am I pronouncing it right? Chrisean?
I don't know what her name is, so don't ask me.
Yeah, so she was swinging hard. Now, I've watched clips of baddies. Now, I was acting broke and didn't purchase Zeus yet. But I've seen a lot of posts, and she swings really hard. She knows how to fight. She definitely has her techniques, and she was doing that on Blueface. Now, shortly after Blueface did swing on her, they kind of went to a corner, for those who haven't seen the video, and a couple people scattered over. Now, from the looks of it, I personally feel like that wasn't the first time. It looked like that was their type of love language. Now, I'm not saying that it's love language, but it seemed like that's something that they do. They gave very much Bobby and Whitney present day.
Bro, I was about to say that. I said there was a Bobby and Whitney in this era. There'll be Bobby and Whitney, bro.
Yes, absolutely. And I don't know if you guys saw, but Blueface, also known as Jonathan, he went live shortly after. It may have been like that night or the next day. And he was basically trying to clown her and saying that she wanted to be Rocky Balboa and this, that, and the third. But he also offered her $100,000.
Yeah.
To leave him alone.
To leave him alone.
Yeah.
And shortly after.
Let me just say this. I don't care how much love I got for you. You offer me 100K, leave you alone. I am gone, bro. I don't care about nobody, nothing. I stay around. 100K.
Yo, Bess, I got a question, Bess. I got one question for you, Bess. Bess, what's your price to sell out? Because I feel like everybody has a price. What's your price to sell out right now, Bess? If they gave it to you today, you would sell out the whole culture, man.
Yo, $1,000, I'm gone. I don't love nobody enough to be like around you, bro. You pay me, that means you don't want me around. Why am I sticking around? I'm gone. Okay, and I'm gone. The only way I don't stick around, if you say if you Oprah and you got like, if I marry you and we stick together and shit like that, and I could get money after you die, I'm not leaving. But if it's like a K to leave, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Besides, unless you got money and I'm in your will. Then
I'm not gonna hold you. 100K. If in her case with Blueface, I think that's a good bargain. But if it's Oprah, I need 100 million because you got a couple B's over there, man. I need 100 million.
That's what I said. Nah, well, Oprah would never leave though. Like you couldn't pay me to leave Oprah.
100 million enough for me to leave anybody.
You could pay me to leave Oprah because I know there's $1 billion. She get older and shit. She getting close to older age and shit. I could use some of that money. You feel me? Not wishing death on her, but hey, if you hate me, I hate you too. But I hate you with your money. I wish somebody would pay me a couple dollars to leave them gone. I don't love nobody that much.
Hey man, that sounds like best that you have a buyout price, and there's no situation that's too good for you to walk away from for the right amount.
Yo, could you imagine? Let me just ask y'all this: could y'all imagine yourself, y'all in a relationship, whatever, and somebody pays you to leave them alone? Y'all not taking that bread? That means the person doesn't already love you. Why would you stay?
Right.
Why would you stay? I'm taking any job I could get. Of course I got a buyout price. Because what you gonna do? He gonna go cheat or whatever the case may be. Like, or she gonna go cheat.
I hope this becomes a trend.
Oh yeah, I
hope it becomes a trend that people.
I ain't paying no girl leave me alone. Do you?
I'll say this. I'll say this in Blueface defense. Well, Aquarius, man, we having a rough time right now. Like, this has been a rough year for us relationship-wise. I'm not going to lie. I got single. Michael B. Jordan done went single. Kevin Gates and Drake had their situation, and now we out here with Blueface and Shorty. So, I don't know what's going on right now. We doing bad. We taking L's left and right. But I'll say this. Whack 100 did warn him about old girl, and he continued to mess with her after the fact.
But you know I knew he loved, like, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like they be doing some of this for publicity stuff, because they'll do this and get back together. And I seen them dropping a visual I don't know if they shot the visual before the incident happened or after, but recently has released a visual. So I don't know if they're doing some publicity stunts or they really deep in love. But I ain't gonna lie, any girl that you let beat up your mom and your sister, and you take her after she beat up your mom and your sister, you gotta have some type of love for her, bro.
I mean, he got videos out of her sucking his toes, so I don't know how deep that love was.
That's cool, no, that's nothing. But a girl put her hands on my mom or my sister, she gonna go see Jesus. Like, she gonna go see Jesus.
Yo,
like,
first of all, everybody that is ball out best. Me, Vis Swoops, I do not support domestic violence.
No. That's how I was going to beat her up. I'm going to kill her. You put your hands on my mom, you deserve to die.
Yo, Bess, you got to relax, bro. So first of all, I want to say this, right?
Come on, bro. No, be real. Me and you could get into our little thing, but once you get my mom involved, oh yeah, you're done. And you put your hands on my mom, it's over. I wouldn't even put my hands on my mom. So why the fuck do you think it's okay to put your hands on my mom?
Yo, I don't know what's going on here, Bess, but I'll say this right here. That is ball out best, everybody. That is not Vis Foods. I do not support these antics. I think that nobody should put, before you go there, Best, I think nobody should put hands on nobody.
Yeah,
I've been in situations where domestic violence has occurred, and it's not a pretty thing. And what happens is when people start doing this and they start fighting like that, it can only become worse. And then somebody can really get really harmed in a bad way. So I think what's best for them is to leave that shit all the way alone. And also,
I would never put my hands on a female. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, a girl can hit me whatever it could be. I'm stronger than her. I can't do nothing to her. You feel me? Like, you just gotta walk away. But you put your hands on my mom, oh yeah, it's a different story, bro.
That sounds like a toxic relationship that needs to be walked away. I think both Blueface and old girl they're not mature enough to be in this kind of relationship.
I think what's called not stable too, bro. She's crazy. She got this nigga face tatted on her and tooth. And she's not stable, bro.
I would say she definitely needs some therapy or need help with something in that matter. But I don't really understand what the disconnect is with her. I'll say the fact that she's gotten too much clout and too much time, and she went from nobody to somebody very quickly. And that definitely, as a person that's not prepared for that, could lead to a lot of disruptions in life. Like, we seen what happened with Britney Spears, and I'm not saying she's on Britney Spears level, but just certain magnitudes of fame is so quickly could just alter and make life more difficult, I would say.
I agree on that, but I also want to add this. So I did watch the Shade Room interview with Chrisean, and she was basically talking about her upbringing. What I thought was interesting, because watching her actions, it made me think of somebody who's either abused or saw abuse, and I was right. So when I watched, she expressed how she watched her mom be abused by guys, choose guys over her family, this, that, and the third. And I think that she's feeding into what she's gone through. And it's crazy because the things that she mentions most is God and Jonathan. When you watch her interview, if she's not talking about Jonathan, she talks about God. And I thought that was like very, very interesting and toxic, because I think she kind of puts it hand in hand, which I thought was a little distinct.
Question: Jonathan is Blueface?
Yeah.
Okay. So that already just sounds like she has someone on the same pedestal. It's like God and then Blueface. They're like almost hand in hand on the pedestal. And I'm not a mental health specialist. We will have one on the show actually very soon. And that sounds like something of a person who has some kind of struggle within their attachment style, and that they didn't feel a lot of love coming up. So it's very interesting. And I'll say that much. I don't know too much. I know a little bit, but it does sound like there's an attachment style issue there, and that there is a little bit of manipulation on one side. And I don't even like to come at my Aquarius brothers like that, but we do know how to play mind games a little bit. Take it from me. I know a little bit about them. But, hey.
But you know what I'm starting to notice, bro? I'm starting to notice, like, your childhood is basically going to play a part in your life, in your adult life, without you noticing. Like, you know how you just said she's hearing her mom picking guys over the family and shit like that. The cycle's continuing. That's why I feel like moms, when they have kids, your lifestyle's supposed to change a little bit. You feel me? Like, you got to think about, I'm not just living for me. My daughter might be watching. My son might be watching. This is how they think life is supposed to be. It don't matter. They're 3, 4, 5 years old. They're going to start to think it's normal. They're going to let this shit happen to them. And the cycle going to continue until somebody puts an end to it.
Right.
We all creatures of habits, bro. We creatures of habit. And when you go through experiences, especially when you have traumatic experiences, if you don't get them handled properly or you don't see different, if you continue to see the same thing in the environment, it comes normalized, You never really handle those issues. So again, attachment styles and stuff like that, that's something that I've recently learned. And understanding that can help you become a better person, not only in your professional life, but in your personal life. And it sounds like she has a lot of work to do. I would hope Zeus has paid her enough money with all the fights she done been in on there for her to kind of get that help, or they put that in her contract to go see someone for professional help, because it sounds like it's a lot of hurt there, even just having not seen the interview, hearing some of the stuff that Christine is talking about. There's a lot of hurt there, and there can be more done to put her in a better space. She's not an ugly girl. She's a pretty girl. And I'm
not gonna lie.
Hold on. We was about to say my whole before we get this part out. And she's very popular, and I think she can have a real future. It's just that they're not putting her in the space to be successful. But it's on you, Bess.
You think Zeus will do something like that? Put people in positions where their mental health is straight. They get paid off of ratings. They need that drama. But without her being dramatic and shit, do people even know who she is for real? For real? Like, think about it. We never watched that show. There's probably like 20, 30 other females on that show. The reason she stands out is because we keep seeing her shade her for doing outrageous shit, like her getting that tooth for Blueface. They call her Bluetooth now. Her getting the face tattoo Blueface. Like, we don't know. She's supposed to be a rapper. Nobody knows one song by her, bro. And they said she actually could rap or sing, whatever she do. They said she has some Juice WRLD type style. And nobody's ever heard a song by her. They only know her lifestyle.
They do.
I don't think Zeus would do anything to throw away their ratings, bro. Because right now, what other shows are on Zeus?
Well, they do have other shows like Baddies and stuff like that, but this is getting the most ratings, I would say.
And why do you feel like it's getting the most ratings? Who would you say?
I would say, hold on, Bess, because I actually watched Zeus. Shout out to my ex-girlfriend. She actually put me on when we were dating. And I fuck with you, even though we ain't on good terms. So actually, the best show that was on there was Jocelyn's Cabaret, or the most popular show was Jocelyn's Cabaret. They got Real Chance. They got, what is it? Was something Chance of Love? Real Chance of Love. They have thank you, K-Fly, or Mike, whichever one of y'all what that was. Real Chance of Love, Baddies. The Sit Down. That's actually one of my favorite ones. But Ray J and Princess Love was on the first episode. I watched that. I love that episode actually. Bad Boys of LA with Kirk Franklin's son and all them on there. Bad Boys of Houston. So it's a lot of shows on there, because a lot of them are shot out here on the West Coast. I think in LA, between LA and Las Vegas. So that it's a very popular network. But I would say, just to know that reality TV, even though it's reality based, it's still a production that goes into it. So everything that happens in there is not always facts. It's actually played up dramatization. And some people play their part very well. That's why they continue to come back. If you ever notice, New York is always on a lot of these shows, but that's not who she is in her real life. She knows how to separate the two. The problem is Chrisean and a lot of women that's coming by, like in that generation, in that class, they don't know the difference between television and real life, and they mixing the two, and that's what getting them in a lot of trouble.
They look for that. They're right there to work a job.
Exactly. And I think that the attention also with these stars coming up is like it happens fast. Like the fame comes fast, the money comes fast. But to piggyback off of what Bess was saying, I don't think they would do any type of rehabilitation for these people unless the ratings were to drop. Then they're going to think about doing something like that. But to based on what you guys were saying a little bit earlier about her being unknown, actually, I would say a little bit after the India Westbrook's era, Chrisean was known to be a real life track star. Like she was gonna go.
I heard that.
Yeah, and I remember back when I first started getting on Instagram, and I used to see her. She was a really pretty girl, and she was known like she always in her track outfits and stuff. So when I first saw the thing with Blueface recently, I'm like, damn, what the fuck happened to her? She was getting all these scholarships. She was supposed to be in the Olympics, and
y'all, we got 10 minutes left. So go ahead.
But yeah, that's what I gotta say on that.
Zoom in about the read. Oh, we might have to go to break. Let me know when it's short, so we can try to go with a quick break before we got to restart the Zoom. But even with even with the fact that she was with all these things, we got to remember too. We live in an era of what we said, the microwave era. So everything comes fast. Their stardom comes fast, and it fizzles out too. It's not like the longevity is not meant to be there, but it's not about them doing that, because they're just trying to create shows and make capital for their show, for their brand and their network. What I'm saying as far as her getting mental health, that's her team. They have to negotiate that. They have to put that stuff in there, because Because if she becomes a brand, now she is now in control of making other people money and taking care of other people's families because she becomes a brand. Same thing with Blueface is a brand. So other people will live off of him. Another person that don't get all of his money from him, but he has stake in Blueface is WAP 100. So it just becomes something very interesting to see as this unpacks and this unfold. But I do say thoughts and prayers for both of them and hope that they come out on the better side.
I agree.
Any last thoughts?
Mm-mm.
Best, we said, what's going on with Kodak Black, man?
So recently, everybody knows YoungBoy got the craziest fan base. He probably got the one of the most, like...
I heard you call him something on social media. What did you call him?
Huh?
You called them YoungBoy what?
On YoungBoy sexuals.
Oh, wow.
That's what you call them right now. There's only a couple people that got, like, a fan base that strong. You got YB, got the OTF motherfuckers, like King Von. You got Beyonce fans and Nicki fans. I can't think of no other fan base that's so strong.
LeBron James.
A little bit, but LeBron fans is not annoying. They come with facts. He's the greatest player. Like you could say Beyonce is wrong, and Beyonce fans will try to prove you she's right, even though she's wrong. Like they can't accept her being wrong. Same thing with YB fans. They literally go all over people's comments and comment YB is better. Kodak Black, who's a rapper, just went on Instagram and said he's tired of that shit, bro. He asked his fan base to turn up and get a little bit stronger. And he said he doesn't hate YB, but he hates his fan because they mad annoying. You'll be like he said he'll be eating a burger and all you see is YB fans. YB eats a burger better. Like what the fuck is y'all even talking about? What is that? What does this supposed to even have to do with YB?
I have no idea. I could tell you right now, I'm Unk at this point in time. I like NBA YoungBoy's music or YoungBoy Never Again, however you call it, but however you say his name. But I don't know where this YoungBoy is better whole trend started from. So I'm gonna leave you to Christine.
It started between him and Dirk. It was a situation between him and Dirk. I don't know what happened. But YB got a strong fan base. When they roll with something, they're gonna roll with something. It's like when you go to AK comments, it's all on burger shit. Now it's literally spam accounts. Like they really like Swoops. If you go viral right now today, bro. It don't gotta be a post by YB. It could be a post by MLB. Like it could be some baseball post. It's gonna be at least 20 comments saying YB is better, bro. That's how strong his fan base is. Kodak Black got mad and said he's tired of that shit. He's annoyed. He's annoyed at that shit. Yeah, he respect YB, like his music, but y'all gotta comment on his stats, and everybody's calling him a hater. Blah. YB got a strong fan base. So if you say something bad about YB, they're coming for you.
So you saying that there's an NBA YoungBoy hive that's the equivalent to the Beehive?
As strong as I want to say is, because Beyonce hive is a little bit. Yeah, on social media, yes. On social media, yes.
I mean, we know the Beehive, they get people canceled. The YoungBoy hive, they would just harass you on social media.
Yeah, harass you. Because it's Instagram comments. YoungBoy is kind of blackballed in the industry, so you can't really get him canceled for already because he's already like YB is canceling himself.
So this is the one thing I will say. So understanding his fan base, people got to stop saying this guy's blackball. He's not blackball. You don't get a #1 album in prison and you're blackball.
No, I'm not saying blackball as far as that. I'm talking about as far as artists.
Connections.
Even what Savage said. Them niggas would rather work with niggas don't want to work with YB because they don't want to lose their relationship with Dirk. A lot of these artists.
Little Dirk is still under contract. YoungBoy's now, as of I think earlier this week, he's become a free agent. He doesn't have to with Atlantic anymore.
I'm saying,
what is the leverage and what is the reason to work with NBA YoungBoy? If I'm an artist that's under a label and we talk about business wise. And we know that because of YoungBoy's situation, he recently got off of whatever he got off of, but he's still fighting cases. He probably can't come to the video. He's not touring. Like, what is the point of him?
No, but I'm saying niggas be inheriting. Like, you know how remember how niggas would inherit their beef. Like you don't gotta speak on YoungBoy. Niggas be like, oh, OTF, we don't fuck with YB. Like they'll make the whole industry's against YB. Like the hot boys or niggas from all types of shit, they all speak against YB because of the OTF situation. And then you see them cool with Dirk.
Hey man. I think it becomes unfavorable, but that's what happened when you mix streets with this business. And this business has a lot of ties to the streets. So, hey, and Little Dirk is hotter. Like, I'm not saying that he's better, but the support that Little Dirk has and the fact that he's not in prison, wasn't in prison for a year and change, like he was able to move around and do things. So it made more sense to rock with Dirk.
But even 21 Savage said it. He said in an interview with Academic, he said, niggas want to do a song with Dirk, so they will make it purposely to show they don't fuck with YB, so that Dirk will fuck with them. All rappers are saying that.
But that's their opinion, though. It don't make it a fact.
But they said only a couple rappers could probably get away with working with YB and Dirk. You got to pick a side in
their
AP.
opinion. It don't make it a fact because we don't know the business.
But up and coming artists is niggas that want to work with both sides is picking sides.
I mean, of course, up and coming artists are because they need that platform. Like, yeah, who gets more playlisting, Young Boy or Dirk? I'm asking a real question. Who do you see on these New Music Friday playlists, and who when you open up your Apple Music and they see the new releases, who do you see more of, NBA Young Boy or Dirk?
Dirk.
So why would I not? It's just a business. It's business wise. Like, it shows street loyalty is attached to because it's a street problem. But when we're talking business, who has more connections Dirk been around longer? Dirk been in the industry over 10 years.
At the same time, bro, you don't got to inherit their beef. You can work with both sides.
It's not inheriting the beef. But that's the like, all right, bro. A lot of the times people looking at it as, oh, I'm picking up bro beef. It's not the beef, bro. Yeah, fans see it as beef. No, when I walk into this room, yo, we need to go get something from Atlantic. Well, Atlantic and Young Boy's beefing. They're not going to co-sign this joint because they're not rocking with him no more. No, if I go in this room and I go get Dirk because Dirk is in good faith with the label, they're gonna sign off on this and they're gonna make sure that he comes to the video. Then I'm gonna go rock with Dirk.
Here's the thing. Niggas going around saying a little funny shit about YB. Seeing this him saying Dirk album better. Like, you just could just tell them niggas don't want to run it.
It's about who was hot. It's like in the early 2000s. All the rappers was blood. Now we look at all the rappers, most of them is Crip. Like, it's just in GDs, bro. It's about what's popular, what's rocking at the time. That's all. That's all it is. People gonna go with what's beneficial to them. So I can't knock them for it. It happened to come from a street reason. Absolutely. Same thing with 50 Cent and Ja. It came from a street reason, but business wise, who did it make more sense to work with? Ja Rule, who label was under federal indictment, or rocking with 50 Cent, who's over there with Jimmy Iovine and them, and they flourishing. Like, come on. And I love Ja. Also, if y'all haven't yet, because we're going to talk about this on the next episode. If you haven't yet, please go watch the Supreme Team documentary on Showtime. Best go watch that. Christine, go watch that. My brother P2, who's actually Supreme Son. Shout out to you, my guy. And I told you I was going to watch it. I did watch it, bro. I'm going to actually have a breakdown on it at some point in time. And we want to get you on the show, P2. So holla at me. But go check that out. But really, do you want to rock with federal indictment, Murder Inc., or do you want to rock with G-Unit, who's flourishing on the Jimmy Iovine in them? Especially when Leo Cohen and them were told by the FBI, if y'all give Murder Inc. any money, we indicting y'all too. Come on, it's business. Follow the money, bro. Follow the money, and you'll see why people's loyalties are where they at.
That's a fact. But let's start a new lick because this is about to end in a minute.
We're gonna go quick commercial real quick.
Come back.
gon' book a car? If it's open, then it's yours. Come rent it. Meet me at the pickup location. 24 hours, we in business. Yeah, it's clean for you, it's washed for you. It's ready to get to spinning. Drop the top, C300 Mercedes Benz, and cruise the city. I've been getting all these cars, put them on Toro, making a killing. Come drive the Escalade, moving like a boss. What a feeling. All my cars special, 5 stars, exactly what they tell you. I never fail you. You call presidential, it's a rental, but we keep it simple. Hit me up and book my car. Unlimited miles, you going far, and the car's safe for you. I see you at the end of your trip. Hurry up and get it. Hit me up and book my car. Now I see you really whipping. Unlimited miles, you going far. You could go to any distance, and the car's safe for you. I see you at the end of your trip. QX80 ride, Yukon when I slide. What I drive, Cadillac CT5, Tahoe outside. It's a vibe, flex in that vet. Push button elects, yeah, you winning. None of the cars fake. Got my paper plates, cause I'm a gremlin. Toro gremlin. Look me up right now, book me right now. We got them vehicles. 8-seaters, presidential, sports cars. CT5. Yeah.
My name is Tyler. My artist name is Ty White. It stands for the Youth Will Heighten Their Expectations. I'm born and raised here in Las Vegas. I'm 22 years old.
And we back after the break. Hey, I don't know if y'all seen it yet, but I got the Hoochie Daddy shorts on, man. Like, this is about me stuff right here. I'm making this stuff best. I ain't gonna lie, man. Light Skin Keisha said I look good with the Hoochie Daddy shorts on, man.
Yeah, you wrong, Light Skin Keisha then.
Listen, she told me to wear them. I got the New York fitted on. Y'all know what's going on, man. I smell good today. I smell like YSL cologne. I'm feeling myself. But we was going back into this young boy stuff. Any last thoughts that y'all have on there, Christine? Any last thoughts you have on this young boy situation? And Kodak.
Honestly, I feel like Kodak has a right to feel the way that he did. His fan base is out of control. I've seen some of the comments. Honestly, I haven't really kept up with young boy since, I don't know, before he started putting makeup on his face and started using auto-tune. I haven't became like a fan. There were a couple of good songs he had, in my opinion, but I think that Kodak definitely had a right. And you know, Kodak's fan base, I haven't really heard too much about his fan base, so I can see why he feels that way.
See, that's how bad his fan base is. I like young boy music, but I didn't even go above the album because I didn't want to hear it. Like, bro, they was getting on my nerves. Now it made me not want to go listen to the man music, bro.
Yeah.
And he just dropped the project recently, bro. That's all he gonna talk about. Like, as soon as 12 o'clock hit, I said, "Why? Here come the YB sexuals, bro." They were late, but the album's an hour and 30-something minutes. 24 minutes into people, that shit 30 for 30. He had 30 songs. They said 30 for 30. You didn't hear all them songs in 30 minutes, bro. They will tell young women don't got not one bad song.
Right.
Like, why you can't do no wrong? As I said, he got one of the most annoying fan base. Him, Nicki, Beyonce, Travis Scott too a little bit. His music is garbage. I don't know what them niggas see.
I feel it. I know we talked about this last week, and I think y'all had some great points just now too. I'm not gonna step on that and believe that this young boy and young boy and Kodak situation. Excuse me, my bad, Dirk. Mace had I don't know if did you both see the interview with Mace and seeing him and Fabio going back and forth for a week? Yeah. I want to know what y'all guys' thoughts is on that because I know best we talked about this briefly last week.
My thought is he's not lying, bro. At that time, Fabio wasn't a bigger artist as he is now. And what his deal was, they were shopping him to the label, basically. So once you get that hit record or to that, so he's not wrong. But Fabio said something that I can't remember what Fabio said. I don't think Mace is wrong for honesty, bro. You're not as hot as an artist you are, so you basically shop you to labels and then until you get hot. Fabio before they had to sign that deal, he decided to sign that deal. Mace could be making money off him right now, but he's not. So I only
I'll
got
say from what I got from that, and I watched the interview in its entirety. I've seen what they both been saying to each other all back and forth all week. What Mace did was something of someone who knew the industry already. He did something in a way you could say it wasn't honorable, but it was honorable because Fabio walked away with $700,000. Feel me? In a lot of people's situations, we've seen artists sign for 30 and 40K and not get nothing, and then they suddenly sell shorts and they lose their masters and everything. Excuse me. With Mace, I think if anybody knows what it's like to be a star, and I know Fabio may not understand it now, and he may have a lot to say now, it's Mace and Betha, man. Listen, I'm from Uptown. Everybody know me. I'm from the Bronx. Born in Harlem, grew up in the Bronx. Mace and Betha in 1998 was my favorite rapper and DMX. And you could not tell me Mace wasn't him, because when Mace music came on, New York City, I was in New York City, so I couldn't speak for New York at the time. When you hear a Mace record back in that time, everybody was turned up. Everybody was lit. He was like the biggest, like, I love Cameron, I love Dipset, but what Mace was in 98, bro, was no joke. Like, and he knows he was the person that got robbed in the industry. Or you could say robbed, because even the opportunity that Puff gave him, I don't think Puff really robbed him. I don't think Mason understood the magnitude of the opportunity he was given either. But knowing what he could get with Fabio, and Fabio wasn't even the person that he wanted to sign, it was JD. Fabio kind of looked up in a lot of that situation, bro. Especially when you're not going to shows because you got real issues with guys like 22Gs and other guys.
Yeah, you don't know about the beef.
And people are losing money because they're paying for you to get to places and you're not performing. So
I quickly want to speak on JD since you mentioned his name. It don't really got nothing to do with the Fabio situation or the Mace situation. Just recently, I want to say about a month ago, JD caught an op that goes by the name Freshie the General. He's from the Chos, whatever it could be. He's an op. He didn't catch him, but he took a picture from walking type junk, and he said like, "I caught you, bro. Keep your head up," or some shit like that in the streets, right? So you know how niggas be. Oh, why you ain't do nothing? We real odds, blah blah. He was saying all this shit. He even did an interview saying like, you know our history. Like, I literally watched the interview. He said, you know our history, bro. You were supposed to do something to me or some shit. You were supposed to boom me, blah blah, whatever the case it be. Nigga JD caught the nigga yesterday, bro, and they gave him a wedgie, bro. And this
what you said, Bess? I couldn't hear that last part. My fault.
I said JD called him and gave him a wedgie. I had to catch him last month walking, like the same situation. They caught him walking, but JD didn't hop out and do nothing. He just took a picture. The nigga Freshie. This Freshie's a rapper too. He's from the Cho side.
Christy, listen, Bess. You funny, Christy. We need your point on this. What do you think was going on with the whole Fabio Mace thing, man?
Honestly, so I got a little bit of pressure on. The main thing I was hearing was something about 5K. Not from what you guys were saying right now. Was there anything about 5K in this whole situation?
Yeah.
What were all the rules in this situation?
I don't know. I don't. The 5K situation. Hold on, because I can't hear you guys. Y'all coming in low. Mike, you turn me up a little bit so I can hear. Yeah, Christine, was the last part you said? Because you kind of cut out on me.
Yeah, so I wanted to know a little bit about the 5K because I only briefly heard a little bit about the situation prior to that.
Okay, I can explain that. All right. So Mace went to go sign JD originally because JD was the person that was So, and I know Fabio and JD, they're not at each other anymore, or somewhere JD at Fabio. But at the time, before Fabio became Fabio that we know today, before Mr. Big Drip and all that, OMB JD was the guy. He was the one that was popping in Brooklyn on that drill scene. He was the one that was considered the best. And he kind of, him and Fabio were close. He introduced us to Fabio. Fabio started getting better with time. I guess that's the Mace affiliate coming into the play. But he signed them for $15K. He gave each of them it was JD, Fabio, and another artist, I can't remember his name, gave them $5,000 apiece. But a person that was supposed to be their manager ran off on them and took the $15K and bounced. And then paid JD, Fabio, and the other artists, and I can't remember their name. I do apologize because he also matters in the story. But that's where the 5K comes from overall, because it was $15K for the three of them, and they were supposed to break it down, and then they got $5K each. And Fabio, anybody being mad he was signed for $5K, at the time he had some traction, but it wasn't guaranteed that he was going to make an impact, because we on the West Coast right now, and I can probably tell you Mike has no idea who OMB JD is, and that's our producer. And K-Fly probably has no idea who OMB JD is as well. So again, at the drill, especially that sound is very regional to New York City based or New York State based. Yeah. So that's why those guys get signed for that lower amount. Fabio, because of his energy and what he was able to do with the tutelage of the people he was around. I know Mace was in the picture, but I also know Split Star was in the picture as well. From Split Star is the guy that people see with Busta Rhymes when he performs. He was also around them as well, coaching them up, helping them become better artists. So, but with the tutelage of Mason, Split Star, Fabio became a star. And that's why we know who he is today. But that was not guaranteed without a little bit of help.
I agree.
Yeah.
So that's the set of events for you guys. If you guys want to go dig into that just a little bit more.
Nah, I agree. I feel like Mace didn't know he was going to start. Like you said, they were originally looking for JD. JD had the bigger image at the time. JD was the star from the Woo. He was holding it down. And you got to think about this at the time. Pop Smoke was not around. I'm not saying Pop Smoke not around like he dead. I'm just saying Pop Smoke Ray hadn't caught on. I feel like 6ix9ine Ray didn't catch on for a year. Because I was tweeting like 17.
Nah,
18.
6ix9ine had like 6 number ones, bro, at that time. I'm not going to say his Wave didn't catch on.
2019?
2019, 6ix9ine was him. He brought Fetty Wap back, bro.
Wait, when did Blick in the Box come out? I want to say that come out like 2017. 6ix9ine didn't come out in 2019, right?
I think Gummo came on in 2018, but I may be wrong.
I want to say Blick in the Box was like 2017, 2018.
Yeah, but it was regional. We got to remember that was a regional thing. Even though K-Fly's from Detroit, he's out here on the West Coast, he has no idea who these guys are. Like, he knows who Fabio is, but if you say Fabio, he's going to go to Big Drip probably, or to the record with Alicia Keys before he goes to Blicky in the Box.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. This shit came out 2017, 2018, like early 2018. So they, like, the New York City way don't got no way right now. Bice Murders got locked up. It's kind of dead there right now. Nobody's popping.
A-Boogie's popping, that's about it. And Cardi B.
But you know what I mean, like, as far as the drill side.
It's no real drill scene, though. I'll agree with you on that one.
Like, just get seen, but they're not getting, like, no mainstream attention. Like, nobody's tuning into it.
That's what I'm saying.
Got locked up, so nobody even knows what's going on in New York for as far as Brooklyn.
Exactly. And the only one that's popped, this is 2018. I want to say Pop Smoke, Welcome to the Party's coming out around this time. So the only one that's really getting traction is Pop.
Yeah, that came out that's 2019.
2019. So again,
this is
still
2017.
A little bit backed by it. And even with that, when we get there, when Fabio is getting signed and we get Big Drip, Pop Smoke has already taken off.
Yeah, that's my whole
point. Like, we know that there's a wave there, but it really was about not just the music, but it's about the whole aura of the person. Pop had the music, but it was aura behind him. And when we talk about his celebrity, we gotta talk about Steven Victor. So, like, I know Fabio want to say he want to bring back Mace's career, bro. You cannot bring back what that man did, bro. Like, we talking about 97, 98. We talk about multi-platinum recording artists. We talking about a guy with multiple number ones and written hits. Like, I know that it's fun to make. It's easy to make fun of Mace because we seen what Cam and Dipset, and I love to see him and Cam cool again. But what people was doing, saying how he got ran up out of Harlem by Baby Maine and all of that, and I grew up around that, so I understand. Feel me? But we're not gonna sit there and act like Mace is not him. We're not gonna act like that pen is not still that pen. We're not gonna act like that. What he did wasn't what he did. Mace is that guy. I still remember Children of the Corn, so for me, it hit a little different nerve because when you go to records like Niggas Done Started Something and he talking about having more beef than Islamic farms and shit like that, like, come on, any nigga wave a tech at Mason over explanation. Come on, bro, like, this is a different kind of guy for me. I don't know Pastor Mace. I know Murder Mace. It just, for me, it varies a little different. And he's a good businessman too, because this whole time we've been seeing him, I've never seen Mace broke ever since he's left rap. Or what we thought he left rap for.
Oh yeah, he's back in the what's it called? Just back in the spotlight now. But you gotta think about it. You know he's a legend when niggas still using his sound. Like the nigga Diddy's son, King Combs, they say he's influenced by Mace.
Hey,
like,
listen,
that's what they told him to study.
check it like this, right? If we don't have Mace, we don't have Fab. Like, keeping it 100. Everybody used to say Fab was a bootleg Mace when he first came out. So it's just a different place, it's a different time, different thing. Keeping it on toxic relationships and stuff like that. Irv Gotti. And I think we probably got what, like 15 more minutes before we get out of here? Yep. All right. So we got Irv Gotti. Have y'all seen what Irv Gotti said, that clip floating around on Instagram from his Drink Champs interview with Nori and DJ EFN? That's my OG. Shout to DJ EFN.
I didn't catch that.
So on the clip, Irv said he found out that Nelly and Ashanti was together while he was with his wife, shout out to Deb, watching the basketball game, and they were at the game together as a couple. So the toxic president himself, Ball Out Best. I want to know, how would you feel in that moment if one of your women was out while you watching a basketball game with your other woman and she got another dude?
I play tick for tack games. I'm gonna get even, you know me, bro. But I'm not tripping because in the back of my head, females don't surprise me with the shit they do anymore.
Nah. It's not any female. This is Ashanti. You wrote.
It don't matter if it was Beyonce.
Hold on, Bess. You was in the studio and you made her hold all her hits. Like you invested into her. Like we gotta look at this a little. There's not no female that I would just doing my thing. We smashed a couple times, boom, boom, and she got a new. No, I invested into her. This was my I got my wife, and then this is side chick number one. That's like damn. If wifey fall off, she's replacing her.
So listen, you think if you got a side chick and you got another girl, you think she's not gonna do her thing too, bro?
I'm not saying that, Best. You have to look at the setting events. He made her a platinum recording artist. Where she's doing shows getting $50,000, $100,000 a show.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And now you over here with Nelly with the abs out, and what Nelly do for you? That I made you. No, I ain't bad. I made you, but damn near was there. I was you step for step.
But you gotta look at it from a female perspective, bro. Yeah, you made me. I'm grateful for everything you did, but you got a wife at home. You got to think about. Yeah, you might mess around. I got love for you and just like that.
No. Best, you looking at it like she just a regular side chick. Christine, can you please put some moderation here? You got 2 minutes speaking on this topic.
It's a pretty big deal. I feel like that shit was a pretty big deal, and I could understand his frustrations in it. Like, Best, do you see like Ashanti?
No, I'm saying, as a nigga, bro, what do you expect from a female? You got her as your side chick, but let's just be real.
Best. You saying this like, oh, she the joint that Future said, I'm good, love, enjoy. This is not that.
Yeah, bro, it don't matter, bro.
It does matter because it's like the pimp game, bro. You got your bottom B word, right? My bottom B word better not be entertaining no other person, because you. All right. Huh?
Yeah, and think about this is Ashanti we talking about.
You said that's what it is? I can say bitch? I see it, my bad. So if my bottom bitch, right? If my bottom bitch is not in line, how she gonna keep the other ones in line? My bottom bitch is the one that trained the other one to know how to go. So if you out here, if they think, oh, she could go out there with Nelly, then I could go out here and I could go mess with Murphy Lee. Like, yo, hold on, you can't be messing with me and Murphy Lee. Like, we're not on the same, no disrespect to Murph. We not on the same level, bro. I produce Can I Live? I produce Can I Get Her? I produce Ja Rule whole album that sold 10 million albums worldwide, and you gonna be out here with Murphy Lee.
Hey man, you can't. That's her.
Hey man, listen. It sounds like hate, but it's levels to it, man. You're not like, baby. You're not supposed to fuck. They ain't supposed to fuck up. So if you gonna mess with me, if you start to mess with Leo Cohen, Leo got that bag. I can't say nothing. Leo pay me, but you can't go from me to Murphy Lee. At least go to Chingy, not Murphy Lee. Come on, man. I don't know, Bess. You be trying to be too cool. If you invest into a woman, you gonna feel some kind of way. I believe it.
Bro, listen. For one, if I have a main chick, right, and I got a side chick, and she knows I got a main chick, even though she want me, she gonna do her thing to make me mad. You gotta think about how other females look at it, bro. And this is Ashanti we talk about. She probably
you got Ashanti. You saying this? Ashanti got the reason we know Ashanti is because of Irv Gotti.
Yeah, I'm not.
We don't know Ashanti because of Ashanti. Ashanti didn't have the resources to put into herself to become Ashanti. Irv did that.
But then she started first, so and she started saying, okay.
Yes, it don't matter what you say. You don't become you if I don't invest into you, baby.
Right. But
So if you,
listen,
it's like Christine, right? Christine, if you dating,
Bro.
Christine dating this dude, and the fellas, if y'all want to, at the best and swoop show on Instagram, we're gonna actually fix that to the controversial best and swoop show on Instagram, but it's at the best and swoop show on Instagram right now. Holla at Christine in the DM over there, and she may like you, she may not, but I promise you, any of y'all send pee pics, I'm blocking all you niggas. Like, I'm not playing that game. So Christine, if you out here, right, and Christine look good, she's a fine woman, she be doing her thing, and she out here, and she got a dude, and her dude started messing with Buckshot Brianna, and Buckshot Brianna smelled like Black and Miles. She wear the Chinese slippers for 3 months, didn't get her toes done, got a terrible weave, and she got buckshots, and she got a bad body, and she gonna go, and then this dude go cheat on Christine with that, and try to come home with Christine. You think Christine can take that back? You think Christine gonna forget that person?
No.
Now, if he was out there messing around and he smashed shorty that be on the Victoria's Secrets runway, Christina be like, yo, I'm a little mad, but you got a little game to you. I ain't playing. I see it. Like, I respect it.
Right. I would use that as like in a strategic way. What can we get out of this?
See what I'm saying? Because he fucked up, not down.
Here's what I'm saying. Yeah, she was messing with her guy. He did this and that for
No, I'll say this to you. Hold on, Bess. After she popped out with Nelly, has she had another hit? Hold on, Bess. After she popped out with Nelly, when was the last time she had a hit after that?
I was too young during that era to even know she came with a hit after that.
That's what I'm saying. Don't say, yo, the R. Kelly hit, Earth produced that too, and Bess gonna go off about R. Kelly in a second. We know who R. Kelly is, and R. Kelly did give her last hit. I think it was her and Ja. I think her and Ja as well. Mm-hmm. And I think Earth produced the beat. But Bess, again, you got R. Kelly keeps popping up into this conversation. I don't know what's going on.
You basically keeping him alive. Free R. Kelly. That's what you just said.
I did not say that. Our producer said her last hit was with R. Kelly. R. Kelly, you a motherfucker. Yo,
R. Kelly the man.
Yo, you gotta stop. And people, yo, I can't talk about this on the podcast because that, first of all, you cannot find it. Best, you cannot. That video is not on the internet. Just to remind you, it did happen. And our producers in studio and K Fly, when he comes on the show, he'll tell you. Back in the day in the barbershop, dudes was selling the R. Kelly DVD of him actually doing what he did to that little girl.
Oh.
It's not fake, bro. It's real. You can't it's child pornography, bro. So it cannot be on the internet. And whoever posted, they going to prison. So. K Fly said it was R. Kelly entertainment.
He said, was it?
Yeah, he tried to out the Best. You and him gonna get along just fine because Best don't think it was R. Kelly that did it. He think it was Robert, but it wasn't R.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's what I've been trying to tell you. I don't know no Robert Kelly. I know R. Kelly.
Yo,
so Best, what you saying is, right? If you invested into a lot of light skin Keisha, right? And they go to the game with me, you just gonna let it go.
Wait, ask the question.
You saying if you was to help with building light skin Keisha Mulatto brand, and they was to go to the basketball game and be seen with me, you would be okay with it?
Nah, they done. They are.
So then why Earth can't be mad?
Because he light skinned, bro. We not the same. Like, come on, bro. They got some type of respect.
Hey man, shout out to my guy Irv. You know you my guy. You know who you rock with, who I rock with. I got no problem with you. If you and Best you want to get JJ and Best to put the gloves on, I'm all for it. We'll fly Best over here to Las Vegas. We get him trained up. K Fly got the gym for us, I think. We gonna get it on the pop and we do celebrity boxing, baby. Let's do it.
No, I rock with Irv Gotti and shit, but
No. You don't rock with Irv Gotti. You say you want to fight some JJ in a celebrity boxing match for 50 bands. I'm cool with it. Let's do it.
I'm G-Unit. First of all, call 50. Talk to 50. I'm representing G-Unit.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you, Best. So you know his son name is JJ. So you down with fighting JJ for 50,000?
Right. Hey, yes, down for G-Unit. I gotta talk to 50 and see if I'm worth a little bit more.
Yo, you know 50 not gonna be there though, right?
He don't gotta be there. That's my big bro though. That was my.
So you gonna train with Floyd?
I train with whoever. Adrian Broner. Is he gonna train?
Hey man, we probably can get you in there with Caleb Plant. I don't know. Maybe because Caleb Plant rock with Benny.
That's like a real boxer.
Caleb Plant is the homie. He rock with Benny too. He was out at the Benny show. I seen him and all that.
Oh, you say fight him or him training?
No, him training you.
Oh, we're okay. Yeah,
I'm not gonna let you fight Caleb Plant. He was the champion at one point, bro. Like,
I thought you was talking about some shit like him.
Nah, you gonna train with the former? I think he's middleweight champion, right? Super middleweight. He was a former super middleweight champion. He lost to Canelo Alvarez, but it was a really good fight. And he's gonna be back in that stage one day, and I'm gonna cheer for him as well. Even though I rock with Canelo, I know that Caleb Plant, he's a hell of a fighter. So he could train you. You could fight JJ for $50,000, and then me and Christine could do the announcing, and then we'll have Ja Rule and Ashanti perform at halftime.
Now we got 50 Cent. I'm telling you, I'm representing G-Unit, bro.
Yo, you're going to have to stop saying G-Unit, bro, because I'm not going to hold you. I don't know what's going to happen if you keep saying that. I know they don't get along too well. G-Unit. Hey, man, listen, you see 50, I like 50's my guy, but if you see 50 do his own guys dirty, he exposed Young Buck, he said Banks was lazy, and he threw Tony Ayo in the bushes. You really want to be part of that crew, man?
Is he lying or is he being honest?
I don't know. I have no idea, Bess. But I know we're in our last 5 minutes, man. Anything y'all want to get out before we get up out of here, man? Any new music, anything that we should be paying attention to, Bess and Christine? Actually, Christine, you did a podcast episode. How was that?
It was really, really nice, guys. It was like my first podcast that I was able to do. In the future, I'm definitely going to do a live as well and have some interaction going on. But it was just basically a discussion on alpha females, on what makes them submissive.
So how about you give us some of that? So before listeners, a little bit of that before we get up out of here. What does make an alpha female submissive?
Honestly, I feel like a male has to learn their partner's love language. That's number one. A lot of guys are mistaken to think like, I gotta have all this money, I gotta have all this luxurious shit. No, in all reality, if you're gonna have an alpha female, this is a woman who has her shit together, you feel me? So it's like, it would be important to have your shit together. It doesn't mean that you have to be rich or anything like that, but to cater to your woman, just knowing her love language, helping her out. Us as females, as alpha females, we're used to doing a lot of shit on our own. So if you take that weight off of us, I'm not going to drop too many gems, but we were dropping a lot of gems in that.
No, and that sounds beautiful, and I actually agree with some of that you're saying. I'm not going to pander. I will say, and vice versa, the woman should learn the man's love language. And it's also a thing that's important as well, is that both partners should learn attachment styles. I'm telling you, it's something that I've learned recently about attachment styles, and it showed why I seen even behaviors and patterns in myself of how I act in certain ways. So learn the love language of your partner and the attachment style, because then you're able to understand what certain things may trigger them to exude certain behaviors. Because I don't believe anybody's toxic because they want to be. I think that toxicity comes from just unaddressed issues or unaddressed things that a person have experienced, and then they just exude certain behaviors because they don't know any different. But that sounds beautiful, and that may be something that we have to speak more about on the podcast.
I would love that.
Best, anything you want to say on here before you start lying? Because we already know last episode you said you're supposed to go to the NBA, but they made you stop growing, and that you averaged 60 in high school.
Oof.
I'm 10K richer. Last night was great with Gorilla. What can I say?
That's good.
So, Best, I need to figure out, right? You African. You got any kids out here yet?
That I know of? No.
Brian.
Hey, man, listen, ladies, it's 2022, going into 2023 real soon. If y'all are Best baby mom, please let us know, because we know Best got kids out here he ain't taking care of.
Yeah, listen, if you my baby mom and you think I'm your, keep it that way, bro. Don't I'm living life free. I do not need no kids slowing me down.
Annoying.
Yo, you say so you baby mama free?
I'm baby mama free. I'm BABY. Fuck baby mama free. That means I don't got no kids. Especially me.
Oh man. Yo, I don't know what's going on, but we about to tune up out of here, man. It is the controversial Best in Swoop show, and I'm here with Best. Best, to say something, man. Let the people know before we get up out of here.
You already know it's your boy Best, aka Girl Husband, aka Light Skin Keisha Husband, aka Mulatto Husband, aka Castro Husband,
aka SODMG #1 artist.
Oh, SOD Money Gang, for real. Yeah, SOD Money Gang, aka #1 draft pick that decided to drop out. You feel me?
Christine, and we have the controversial and beautiful Christine. Christine, anything you want to say to people before we get up out of here?
Thank you so much, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. This is your girl, Chrisean, aka C Money. And, you're going to see our faces every Sunday. I'm loving this. I'm loving the vibes. Let's keep it up.
And you know what it is, man. It's your host, Vince Swoops out here, the overweight lover, the Bronx bully. The Las Vegas Bachelor now. I might add that to my name, the Las Vegas Bachelor. And I'm here every Sunday, my team, and we going to do this. 12:30 Pacific time, 3:30 Eastern time. And we're going to spend an hour with y'all. We're going to talk a lot of shit and have a lot of fun. But we out here. God bless and peace.
I'll find it.